ह्रीङ्कारासनगर्भितानलशिखां सौक्लीं कलां बिभ्रतीं सौवर्णाम्बरधारिणीं वरसुधा धौतां त्रिनेत्रोज्ज्वलां वन्दे पुस्तकपाशमङ्कुशधरां स्रग्भूषितामुज्ज्वलां त्वां गौरीं त्रिपुरां परात्परकलां श्रीचक्रसञ्चारिणीं ध्यानम्। आरक्ताभां त्रिनेत्राम् अरुणिमवसनां रत्नताटङ्करम्यां हस्ताम्बोजैश्च पाशाङ्कुश मदनदनुः सायकैर्विस्फुरन्तीम् आपीनोत्तुङ्गवक्षोरुह कलशरुठद्धारहारोज्ज्वलाङ्गीम् ध्यायेदम्बोरुहस्ताम् अरुणिमवसनाम् ईश्वरीम् ईश्वराणाम्। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ऐं क्लीं सौः। ॐ नमस्त्रिपुरसुन्दरी हृदयदेवी शिरोदेवी शिखादेवी कवचदेवी नेत्रदेवी अस्त्रदेवी कामेश्वरी भगमालिनी नित्यक्लिन्ने भेरुण्डे वह्निवासिनी महावज्रेश्वरी शिवधूती त्वरिते कुलसुन्दरी नित्ये नीलपताके विजये सर्वमङ्गले ज्वालामालिनी चित्रे महानित्ये परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी मित्रेशमयी षष्ठीशमयी उड्डीशमयी चर्यानाथमयी लोभामुद्रमयी अगस्त्यमयी कालतापनमयी धर्माचार्यमयी मुक्तकेशीश्वरमयी दीपकलानाथमयी विष्णुदेवमयी प्रभाकरदेवमयी तेजोदेवमयी मनोजदेवमयी कल्याणदेवमयी वासुदेवमयी रत्नदेवमयी श्रीरामानन्दमयी अणिमा सिद्धे लघिमा सिद्धे महिमा सिद्धे ईशित्व सिद्धे वशित्व सिद्धे प्राकाम्य सिद्धे भुक्ति सिद्धे इच्छा सिद्धे प्राप्ति सिद्धे सर्वकाम सिद्धे ब्राह्मी माहेश्वरी कौमारी वैष्णवी वाराही माहेन्द्री चामुण्डे महालक्ष्मी सर्वसंशोभिनी सर्वविद्राविणी सर्वाकर्षिणी सर्ववशङ्करी सर्वोन्मादिनी सर्वमहाङ्कुशे सर्वकेचरी सर्वबीजे सर्वयोने सर्वत्रिकण्ठे त्रैलोक्यमोहनचक्रस्वामिनी प्रकटयोगिनी कामाकर्षिणी बुद्ध्याकर्षिणी अहङ्काराकर्षिणी शब्दाकर्षिणी स्पर्शाकर्षिणी रूपाकर्षिणी रसाकर्षिणी गन्धाकर्षिणी चित्ताकर्षिणी धैर्याकर्षिणी स्मृत्याकर्षिणी नामाकर्षिणी बीजाकर्षिणी आत्माकर्षिणी अमृताकर्षिणी शरीराकर्षिणी सर्वाशा परिपूरकचक्रस्वामिनी गुप्तयोगिनी अनङ्गकुसुमे अनङ्गमेखले अनङ्गमदने अनङ्गमदनातुरे अनङ्गरेखे अनङ्गवेगिनी अनङ्गाङ्कुशे अनङ्गमालिनी सर्वसंक्षोभणचक्रस्वामिनी गुप्ततरयोगिनी सर्वसंक्षोभिनी सर्वविद्राविणी सर्वाकर्षिणी सर्वाह्लादिनी Sarvasammohini, Sarvastambhini, Sarvajrumbhini, Sarvavasankari, Sarvaranjani, Sarvonmadini, Sarvarthasadhika, Sarvasampattipurani, Sarvamantramayi, Sarvadvandvakshayankari, Sarvasaubhagyadayaka Chakreswari, Sampradaya Yogini. The fourth Avarana. Fourth Avarana, we are starting the triangles here. Konam. The konam, all the triangles start from this Avarana. This is the first of the Avarana with triangles. I explained last week that there are 9 triangles intercepting one another, 4 upward looking and 5 downward looking. 4 upward looking triangles, they are called Shiva triangles. 5 downward looking triangles, they are called Shakti triangles. They intercept one another to form 43 triangles, and Bindu is also considered as triangle. So the next 5 Avaranas and the Bindu in the 9th Avarana, they all consist as triangles. This is the nucleus of the chakra. The center part of the Sri Chakram is this angles. Because the first 3 Avaranas we saw were all like different avastha, Jagrat avastha, Sushupti, Swapna avastha and Sushupti avastha. This is the mundane thing every one of us go through. All of us go through that. We have this, but traveling in the Sri Chakra is like during the Jagrat avastha, all our Indriyas are getting purified. Indriyas are getting purified in every stage. Indriyas cannot completely get purified in the Jagrat stage itself. So sometimes you experience in dreams and then you get rid of karmas, and prarabdha karmas get destroyed completely. Like that, slowly you are prepared, like cleansing happens. Your Indriyas, physical body and the mind most important, it gets purified in the previous Avarana, Sushupti avastha, mind also gets purified. Mind is in a subdued state in the Sushupti avastha, so it gets purified at that time when it is inactive. Because when it is active, there is no control over that. So when it is inactive in Sushupti avastha, mind is completely subdued. So in the subdued state, only mind gets purified. So now that mind is also purified, your Indriyas are purified, then comes the Brahma Vicharam. Ishvara Vicharam comes only when your mind is pure. That takes so many janmas for us to purify ourselves. Sri Chakram we are saying very easily one Avarana, but how many janmas we have taken to purify ourselves, to purify our mind? Only when today we are all sitting and we are all hearing this, we are doing some nama that is coming from our mouth, means that Ishvara Vicharam is there, means mind is not that corrupt. It only denotes that. Mind is not that corrupt, but nowadays Kali is different. People do this or with corrupted mind do something else also. Now you cannot trust anybody. But still, that Ishvara Vicharam comes. It is not just saying the mantra and going to the temples and things like that. Ishvara Vicharam, to think about, now we are discussing this. Vedantam, now we are talking Vedantam. We are trying to understand what is Brahma. This is what is Vicharam. Vicharam, Brahma Vicharam, Ishvara Vicharam comes only after the mind is purified. Purification of mind is more important than anything else. So only for the purification, for the sake of purifying the mind, we do all kinds of, because we keep the indriyas occupied with something good all the time. So they supply only good data to the mind. Mind keeps collecting only good data from indriyas. So we occupy, make them do only good things. Do puja. It is not, doing the puja is not the only good thing. There are so many other good things also. So by keeping them occupied in doing certain things, they supply only that kind of thoughts to the mind. And mind is keeping storage of whatever it is getting through the indriyas. So when mind is getting purified, indriyas are also purified. It is interdependent. So only when the mind is pure, you can think of God. You can think of what is Brahman. Brahma vicharam garadu appada arambikkum. Manasya atma suddha. Suddha manasya abdina ambalukku peru. Devatas has got a nama, Suddha manasa. Mind, purity of mind is very, very important. So, these 14 triangles, that is why now triangles have come. The mundane stuff is gone now, mind is purified. Now you are really going to climb up the stairs to the top. So, Brahma Vicharam, this Avarana, the importance of this Avarana is Brahma Vicharam that comes in the sadhaka mind. This chakram is called Sarvasaubhagyadayaka chakram. I will explain the names once. I will just go what each one refers to. Like the Yoginis are called Sampradaya Yogini. Chakreswari is Tripuravasini Chakreswari. Siddhi is Isitva Siddhi. Ishvara Vicharam, so Isitva Siddhi. Mudra Shakti is Sarvavasankari Mudra Shakti. Devi is here are worshipped in anti-clockwise direction. Because the previous Avarana is clockwise direction, now this is anti-clockwise direction they are worshipped. They say the root of this Avarana is Eem. Eem means Kamakalar. Bijam is Eem. Eem denotes Maya. Maya Bijam is Hreem. I have explained this Hreem in the previous, not in this session, during Lalita Sahasranama. Hreemkari, Hreemadhya. So Hreem is called Maya Bijam. In that, Hum denotes Shiva. Ra is Agni. Eem is the Kamakala Rupam of Shakti. When all these things combine, it forms as Hreem, which is Maya Bijam. So this one is Eem, Kamakala. Shakti aspect of it is predominant in this. The one thing about this, particularly one thing that we have to know about this Avarana is the sadhaka Brahma Vicharam, I told you, Ishvara Vicharam, the thought, what is Brahman, what is Ishvara, who am I, all these things question, because he got fed up with this life that he is undergoing. The last 3 Avaranas, it is only like he was just urging to get liberated from that. I don't want to go through it again and again. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Vapas Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. There's no way. I just want to escape from this. Go beyond this, because that is so sorrowful. When you are undergoing karmas, your bad karmas, you go through so many sorrows in life. It's only sorrows. Right? So he just got so frustrated. He said, I just want to find a way out. This is how I can. That is when he thinks of Ishvara. Brahman and Ishvara Vicharam comes only when he wants to be liberated from the cycle of samsara. Only when he wants to be liberated from the cycle of samsara, he feels, I need to do something, means I need to know what is the root of all this and which is the Brahman. So the Brahma Vicharam comes here, but because he is so much dwelling in the worldly life, he is not able to see what is clearly the Brahman because Maya is covering him. It is not here, only the vichara has started, realization has not happened. Only at the time of realization, you are able to perceive the Brahman beyond Maya. Mayangra and the thiraikku pinnadi poi paakanumna, it is a curtain, it is concealing it. So Maya pinnadi poi Brahman irukkunna andha pakkam, you have to be a realized soul to see that. So he wants to get liberated from his cycle. His thought is mainly that. His focus is only on that. So when he is looking at it, that questioning comes, what is Brahman? But he is not able to see anything beyond Maya, because Maya is covering the Brahman. So Brahma Swarupam, it is here, is called Maya Visishta Brahma Swarupam. Maya Visishta Brahma Swarupam, it is called in this Avarana, because the sadhaka is not able to perceive the Brahman beyond Maya, because he has just started his journey. He has just started his journey, so it is not clear for him. So Maya Visishta Brahma Swarupam is something that is predominant. It is the Brahman which is concealed by Maya, preeminently concealed by Maya. That is what this fourth Avarana represents. Yogini Hridayam says, Mochaka Swarupa Tat Pada Vachyartha Ishvara Bhavana Turiya Varane Suchita. Mochaka Swarupa, in the form of liberator, Mochaka. Ganapati we say, Mochaka Swarupa. Mochaka means the one who is going to liberate you. In the form of liberator, because his thinking is only the cycle of birth and death now. So he just wants to get liberated from that. So he is looking at the Brahman as the liberator. The first thought is that. Tat pada vachyartha, tattvamasi, that art thou. Thou art that. That is more apt. Tat tvam asi. Adu vere yarum illa, adu needa. You are the Brahma. Tat tvam asi is the Mahavakyam. So tat pada vachyartha. In the term, the Brahma Mahavakyam, Tattvamasi, what the Tat denotes, the meaning of that Tat. Tat means that one, Brahman. That Brahman is you. That is what is Tattvamasi. So, Tat Pada Vachyartha. So, that word, what it means, that Ishvara Bhavana Turiyavarane Suchita. That Ishvara, that Brahman. But here Sadhaka is looking at him as the liberator. That is the main aspect of this fourth Avarana. Turiyavarane Suchita. Ishvara Swarupam tu Chadurdasha Khonatmaka Chadurdasha Bhuvaneshu Anupravesha Lakshana Bodhavyam. This Ishvara Swarupam, what he is seeing now as a point of liberator, what the sadhaka is seeing is in the form of 14 worlds. In the form of 14 worlds. Mochaka Swarupa Tat Pada Vachartha Ishvara Bhavana Turiyavarane Suchita. the term, the bhavana comes, mochaka I told is the liberator. Ishvara in this, which is explained in the meaning for the term Tat in Tattvamasi. That Ishvara Bhavana is the fourth Avarana, what it denotes. Vicharam. The sadhaka is looking at this Ishvara as the liberator from the cycle of birth and death. So, Ishvara Swarupam tu Chadurdasha Konatmaka. What is that Ishvara Swarupam? It is depicted in 14 triangles. Chadurdasha Konatmaka. Chadurdasha Bhuvaneshu. 14 worlds. Ishvaran occupies these 14 worlds. So that is represented as 14 triangles in this Avarana. The 14 triangles in this Avarana represents the 14 worlds that Ishvara is permeating. Anupravesha Lakshana Bodhavyam. He is trying to understand, that sadhaka is trying to understand that Ishvara aspect. He thinks that he is occupying these 14 worlds. By going through the 14 worlds, I will understand Ishvara. This is his concept. That is his mindset, is that. If I need to understand who is Ishvara, then I have to go through these 14 worlds. What is these 14 worlds? Adhanalana, the 14 triangles are there in this Avarana. That 14 triangles represent that. Sarvasaubhagyadayaka chakram na children. The only thing that can be called Saubhagyam is the Brahmanyana. That is the only Saubhagya. There is nothing else. The material wealth that we find are not called Saubhagyam. Anything is called. For all of us, Bheda Vishayaka Jnanameva Saubhagyam. No, Meda Vishayaka Jnanameva Saubhagyam. Meda Vishaya Jnanam irke, Brahmatapati Jnanam, adu mattumda eva Saubhagyam. That is the only thing that is Saubhagyam. Nothing else. Tadhayaka Ishvara, Parameshvara. Who is giving that to you? Parameshwaran is giving that Jnanam to you. Brahmatapatira Jnanam, it is not given by somebody else but the Parameshwaran himself. He is giving you the Puratraya Yoga Samjanita Klesha Bhetaka Ityartha. Puratraya Yoga. Yoga means the union of all the three Puratrayam. The knowledge, knower and known. Mana Matru Meya. Knowledge is Mana, Matru is the one who is seeking the knowledge, and the known is what is to be known through the knowledge. So in the Brahman is to be known. So the union of these, there's no distinction now. Abheda, Yoga Samjanita. This is in finding a union here. They are not different. Here the sadhaka, the knowledge and the Brahman all looks one, as one. Yoga means to be in union. Klesha Bhedaka Ityartha. That is the doubt that it erases, that they are one. It gives you that perception that they are one. This is the first stage of you. It is like Anupravesha karke, they have mentioned it in the previous line. No? Anupravesha means it looks like you are imagining that you are entering. We don't know, because he does not have any knowledge. He doesn't know how to enter. He is imagining. So many times when you start the journey, you imagine everything and then you do it. You imagine even worshipping. You just worship and you go. And you imagine even talking to the deity. Everything, like you develop a kind of a connection. You develop a relationship. So imagination comes first. The bhavana comes first. So the destruction of the differences appearing in the triad, that this is sadhana, this is the knowledge, this is something Brahman to be known. All this, that differences gets slowly disappearing now. That distinction between the three is slowly disappearing. So then when it disappears, what happens? You feel Tattvamasi. You understand the Brahma Vakya. You are nothing but the Brahma. When the Bhedam gets disappearing, whatever the Mana Matrumeya, that Bhedam is disappearing, then you understand that Tat is nothing but Tvam. That is the Brahma Vakya. Sampradaya Yogini. Sampradaya Yogini Samyak Prakarshana Mumuksham Prati Swayameva Guru Rupena Va Abheda Darshana Rupa Jnana Pradatrutva Sampradaya Ityartha. For the sake of the sadhaka who wants to get liberated, Swayam Ishvara, or in the guise of a Guru, Shiva comes and teaches, imparts him the knowledge. Swayameva, he comes on his own. Guru Rupenava, either on his own or in the form of a Guru. Abheda Darshana Rupa Jnana Pradatrutva. Sampradaya means that Ishvara comes for the sake of sadhaka on his own or in the guise of a Guru and imparts him the knowledge of the Brahman. It is called Sampradaya. That is why the Yoginis here are called Sampradaya. Guru Rupama eduthuka. Guru illana inga kadayadu. So Guru Rupama vanda, that is Sampradaya. So Ishvara comes himself or in the guise of a Guru for the sake of the sadhaka. So he understands what is the Brahma. Now we said, this Avarana consists of 14 worlds. There are two versions of the 14 worlds. 7 upper and 7 under. Okay, that I think all of you, many of you will know that. I don't need to explain, or should I? I will just let you know. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. This is all upper. Bhuhu is the Bhumi. 6 worlds upper. And then now we are going to the downwards. Athala, Vithala, Sutala, Rasathala, Taladala, Mahathala, Pathala. This is 7 downwards. This is one version. 14 worlds. This is one version. There is another interpretation about that. Other than that, Bhuvu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Tavaha. Satyam, Mahahas, Janahas, Tapaha, Satyam, Brahmaloka, Pitruloka, Somaloka, Indraloka, Gandharvaloka, Rakshasaloka, Yakshaloka. These are all also called 14 lokas. Bhuvu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. Brahmaloka, Pitruloka, Somaloka, Indraloka, Gandharvaloka, Rakshasaloka and Yakshaloka. These 14 are also called 14 worlds. So, Brahman is in all the places. 14 worlds, when they say, 14 lohamna, 14 ellathiliyum Brahman is spread everywhere. Vyapichirukku. That Vyapanam of the Brahman is everywhere, not like, even a Rakshasa is a Brahma, that way. We are all Rakshasas, no? Now in the Kali Yuga, humans only are Rakshasas. No? Rakshasas, you don't need to go. Now you see the kind of murders that happen. Now I feel like we are really Rakshasas. How sadistic people are. So, this, everywhere that Brahman is present. So, Brahma Sutram. I told you last week that I will explain the Brahma Sutram, the first chapter of the Brahma Sutram. Before giving the jnanam of the Brahma Sutram starts with, there are 14 ways a sadhaka perceives what is Brahma. Vimarsha aspect. Nirguna Brahman, there is no aspects. Nirguna Brahman is Brahman. We all can discuss only about the Vimarsha aspect of the Brahman. Therefore, we call them by so many names. So, Vimarsha aspect of the Brahman, There are 14 ways of interpretation. What is the Vimarsha Shakti of the Brahman? The first, they are all called Adhikaranam. Adhikaranam means, you can call it as a chapter or you can call it as a section. Adhikaranam. Because they have given, individually explained that section in the Brahma Sutra. Now we are just going to see the titles of the 14 aspects, what is described as the Brahman. Akasadhikaranam. Akasha Bhavam. Naraya Berka Patella Brahman Bhavanale Melada. They show on Kadamna and the Melaka. Akasha Bhavam. Because it is spread everywhere. Akasham, everywhere it is there. Everything is encompassed by that Akasham. Right? Pranadikaranam. Pranan, we all think like, we are gone if the prana is not there. No? As good as dead. For not only this, prana is not only in us, in every being, in every creation there is prana. Every creation has got prana. Ours is visible because we are able to relate to that. The moment it stops, we go. No? So, pranadikaram. So, we feel Bhavanna and Prananda Bhavan, because the moment this prana stops, the body is shavam. It is dead body. So the Pranan is the one that is Brahman. Some people believe like that. Jyoti Darshanadikaranam or Jyotiradikaranam. In the form of light. That is the reason we all light lamps. Because we worship Bhagavan in the form of light. That is Jyotir Darshanadikaranam or Jyotiradikaranam. Anandamayadikaranam. It is in the form of bliss. So many times you are involved in a puja or something, the kind of bliss that you experience in your heart, we feel that is Bhagavan. In the kind of that anandam that you experience, not only in the puja, in anything like, there are, you go to some bhajan sessions or sometimes you just sit and see the beautiful nature. There is some kind of a peace in you, there is some kind of a bliss that you experience when you see the mountains. No? This is the bliss, they call it as the Brahma. So that is called Anandamayadikaranam. Rasabhava. Indra Pranadikaranam is intellect or wisdom. Mind is something that is controlled by Indriyas. But intellect is a separate entity. Very analytical, logical. Leya, Buddhi. So, we feel like, because it is analytical and so many times it stops you from doing what your mind wants. So we feel that it is much more superior and we think that intellect may be also Brahma. Vaishvanaradikaranam, in the form of 3 worlds. Vaishvanara. Vaishvanarana, 3 loham. Actually, adutadu paathalum, that 3 logam and the next one they say, Dvipvadyagakaranam. Dvipati means, they sometimes call sun also as Dvipati or upper part of the sky. So we can say it as heaven for convenience sake. Dvipati means heaven. So Dvipat Adhya. So heaven, this world and the Patala, the 3. Bhu Bhuvaha Swaha is the previous one. This one is Dvipvadyadikaranam is earth, heaven and hell. You can take it Narakam, Swargam, Bhumi. 3 eduthukalam.
The previous one is also 3 lokas.
Vaishvanaradikaranam, that Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha.
The
Upper levels. This is 1 up and 1 down, and Bhumi. Sarvatra Prasiddhyadikaranam. Manomayama Pakaradu. Intellect, though Mano is dependent on the Indriyas, mind is the one that gives you, makes you like, to some extent from whatever the Indriyas supply, even to analyze about the search of the Gocharam, the search of the Brahman also comes only through the mind. The mind plays a very, very important role in your search towards Brahman. Because intellect is analytical, mind can see all the pros and cons at the same time. Though it cannot distinguish this is pros and this is cons, but it can see everything in one plane. Intellect analyzes it later, which you have to do, which you should not do it. But mind has everything put in front of you. So Manomayama Bhagat. Sarvatra Prasiddhyadikaranam. Atradikaranam. Samhara Rupatila. The power that annihilates the entire creation. Samhara Rupa. Samhariya Bhagat. Daharadikaranam. Daharakasha. The one who stays in your Guhyam. Daharadikaranam. Guhadikaranam, it is also called Guhadikaranam. Guhyam means it is in the cave inside your heart, that in the cave the Chaitanyam is present. Looking at Chaitanyam within you is also concerned. In Guhyam, in the Daharakasha. Because the next one is Antaradikaranam. Antaradikaranam is mainly a detachment level. Detachment level, you detach yourself from all your attachments and you see the Brahman. Only when you detach you can realize the Brahman. That is you distance yourself from all your attachments, all your desires. That is Antaradikaranam. Antaryamyadikaranam. The one who is present in the entire cosmos as Antaryami. He is the one who manages or commissions everything in order. So, as an Antaryami of everything that is present in the cosmos. Whether the sun, the orbits, the planets, the orbits, the air that flows, that everything is controlled. No? For everything there is something that is inside which controls the entire cosmos. The soul of everything. That is why Antaryamyadikaranam is an Antaryami of the entire cosmos. The 13th one is Adrishyatvadikaranam. Adrishya means invisible. The one you cannot see. Brahman garana nama paakka mudiyadu. Manasla appadana thondradhu illaya. Nama edho oru roopatha vechukirom munnadi. We keep a statue or we keep a photo. We call this is God. Because we know we cannot see. So invisibility. What I cannot see is the Brahman. It is something like that. Adrishyatvadikaranam. Bhumadikaranam. Bhuma apdi means indwelling, all pervading is called Bhuma, Bhumi Vidya. So Bhumadikaranam means it is non-dual aspect. This world is not different from the Brahman. This prapancham, this world is the Brahman. It is not different from the Brahman. This non-dual aspect, you are looking at everything in this world as the Brahman. I am not different from you, I am not different from the plant, I am not different from everything is Brahman. Advaita Bhavana. So even this is the 14th one. Sarvadvandvakshayankari. That is what the last Yogini name here in this is Sarvadvandvakshayankari. All kind of duality it destroys. That she destroys that. That is why she is called Sarvadvandvakshayankari. This is non-dual aspect approach is the 14th one in this. So When now the psychological aspect, now this is Brahma Sutram aspect is over. Psychological aspect. When a person starts worshipping, or when the Brahma Vicharam starts in the person, what kind of mental states he goes through? What kind of mental states he goes through during his journey, when the journey begins? There was one beautiful story like Arvind Subramaniam used to say. There was one guy who saw someone, a very realized soul. He was doing puja for Murugan idol. He had kept one Murugan idol and he was doing puja for that. This guy decided, because he was doing Murugan idol puja only, he has attained mukti. So I will also do Murugan idol from today onwards. Okay? So he keeps a Murugan idol and every day he does puja. He said, you have to come in front of me to show me that you are there, and I can only believe only there, because he has attained mukti and I need to attain mukti. He attained mukti praying to you. So I am doing the same thing now. Whatever he did, I am doing the same thing. He was doing it, but no mukti here. He got so fed up. He said, this Murugan idol is not good. Somebody was doing Krishna, so he brought a Krishna idol there. This one is not good. Keep it aside. Then he keeps a Krishna idol. Then he was doing puja for that. One day when he lit all the dhupam and udbati and all, he realized, see, this is meant for Krishna, not for this Murugan idol that is there. Okay, so I will just go and tie a cloth around its nose, so it doesn't take this breaths. The moment he went and tied the cloth around it, Muruga appeared in front of him. This one was astonished. All the while I was doing the puja, he didn't come. Now I have tied the nose and he has come in front of me. He said, you were doing puja for the idol, but today you believed that I reside in this idol. That's why you came and tied the cloth. Today you believed in that I reside in this idol. அதனால்தான் நான் உனக்கு முன்னாடி வந்தேன். இது வரைக்கும் உனக்கு அந்த நம்பிக்கை வரல. பூஜை வச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன், அவ யாரோ பண்றா, நீயும் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த. இது ஒரு ஐடல்னு நினைச்சுன்னு பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த. You are doing for them. It is looking at me as an idol. But now you realize, today by tying this cloth around my nose, you realized that I am alive in this. My sanithyam is there in this idol is what you have to realize. So the frustration that a sadhaka goes through when he starts praying. There are two lessons we have to learn from this. You should not copy somebody else. You choose your own path. Because we have got so much of liberty in Hinduism to choose your own path the way you want to do it. You don't need to do because someone else is doing it. நான் இங்க உட்கார்ந்து அம்பாளை பத்தி பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன்னா, I'm able to connect. In the same way, you don't need to connect only with Ambal. You can connect with Krishna. You can connect with Muruga. You can connect with Ganapati. We have got a lot of variety here. You can connect with Shiva. You can connect with Mahavishnu. How many varieties you have? The main thing is not the idols. The main thing is the connection that you establish. That is what I'm trying to say here. The connection that you are able to run. We are all in the down, going to sink. There are so many people trying to lift you. They are all throwing so many ropes inside. Your job is only to hold on to the rope. Taking it up is their problem. You don't see who is lifting you. You should have the faith in that person. He can lift me. Your job is only to hold on to the rope. There is nothing, you don't need to do anything. Your job is to have that faith. Your job is to be steadfast in your faith. இன்னைக்கு நான் ஒரு நிமிஷம் எனக்கு வந்துட்டு அடுத்த நிமிஷம் நான் வந்து இது நடக்கலையேன்னு நம்ம யோசனை பண்ணலாம். You should not. Being steadfast. என்ன ஆனாலும் சரி, I will go. Because you are holding on to your life, no? The moment, if you loosen your grip, you are going to fall down again. So, how much you hold on to the rope as your life, you hold on to their feet, they will take you up. Your duty is only to hold on to that rope. Lifting is their problem. But you should have the trust that you will be lifted. He is his capacity to lift. There are so many there waiting for us. You need to choose your own rope. You need to have the faith in that person who is in that deity. That Brahman da ellame Brahma Swarupam. Nobody is up or low. Everyone is Brahma Swarupam. I look at it like this, you look at it in a different way. That's all. But whatever way you feel connected to look at it firmly in that way. Don't do it because someone else is doing. It is not going to take you anywhere. Right? So hold on to it tightly. As though that your life depends on you, on that. Yes, literally your life depends on that. So you don't fall down again. You have to come up. So this story used to be like, though he used to funnily say about this story that he went and tied the nose with a cloth, is to think how deep it shows. You cannot imitate others. You have your own path. Ours is a single file. I always say it is a single file. Ottayadi paada. Orathra vava, they choose your own path. You travel in your path. There will be a guide. That is what he says. If you are sincere, Ishwaran comes on his own or in the guise of a guru to guide you. You will get it. For sure. There is no two ways about that. So that is what this Avarana says. This Avarana talks about it. And 14 worlds we saw now. 14 types of psychological effects of a sadhaka. Sometimes you are frustrated, sometimes you are in bliss, sometimes you are in unmattam, you are in the extreme bliss. Sometimes you believe, sometimes you don't believe what you are doing. These are all the things in the initial stages, the doubts that it comes, so many. All these 14 Devis occupying these 14 triangles take you clear that aspect of your inability. That particular aspect of your sadhana, whatever the psychological effect that it has on you, they take care of that. That is why this Avarana is very important. Because the doubts and the we are very doubtful, so many times frustrated if things don't happen the way we visualize. We have visualized something, we wanted to be like Ramana Maharishi. Will it happen? No. It is that. We take small baby steps. This is one small baby step. Okay. So Sarvasaubhagyadayaka. Sarvasaubhagyadayaka is the first Devi in this Sarvasaubhagyadayaka, because the mental agitation is high when you start, because you are so sick of this Jagrat Swapna Sushupti. You are so frustrated, so mental agitation is more. Sarvasaubhagyadayaka. Sarvavidravini, the second deity name is Sarvavidravini. She chases all kinds of evil thoughts that come to you. Agitation means next one that comes first, negativity. When something, one phone, let it ring at a wrong time, nothing good comes to the head. No? We all think of all bad things that will happen because the phone is ringing at the very, very wrong time. So, that chasing away all that negativity, that evil thoughts, and not only chasing away the evil thought, attracting the good thoughts. Sarvakarshini, attracting the good thoughts. When you attract good things, Sarvahladini, Ahlada means happiness. Sarvahladini, happiness, it causes happiness too. Because that such itself gives you happiness. Brahma vicharam garde arambikache santoshada kodukanu, because that is so pure. Brahman garde, it is so pure. Brahma vicharam gives in the beginning itself that kind of happiness. So the happiness that causing Sarvahladini, Sarvasammohini, it causes happiness. Suddenly this Maya comes. This is because we are not able to see the clear Maya Visishta Brahma Rupa. This Avarana, the Brahman concealed by Maya. Because realization has not happened, the journey has just started for the sadhaka. So Maya comes and immediately suppresses that happiness. No, this cannot be this. Then you get doubtful again. Sarvastambhini. So these doubts actually are the obstructions, stambhini, in the path of self-real. This Devi removes all those obstructions. So the obstructions that are caused during this realization path, Sarvajrumbhini is the one who releases the first obstructions are made, second obstructions it is getting released, releasing from the obstruction. The moment you get released from the obstruction, then what happens? Sharanagati. No, subjugation. Sharanagati. You feel the value of Sharanagati when you are tied with a rope. Someone comes and releases it. You just fall at the person who releases you, no? Relieves you from that pain. It is like that. Sharanagati, subjugation. Sarvavasankari. Sarvavasankari means subjugation, surrendering. Once you surrender, there is nothing but bliss, experiencing the bliss, rejoicing. Sarvaranjani, rejoicing. Experiencing bliss. Then bliss goes to the next level of becoming mad. You go to the next stage of bliss, maddening. Sarvonmadini, unmadhanam. Unmadhanam means going to the extreme state of bliss. Paityam அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். அதுதான் very simple. Unmadhanam is பைத்தியம் முடிச்சா எப்படி இருக்கும்? Maddening, unmadini. When you go to that extreme, everything happens to you without you taking any effort. Everything happens. Sarvarthasadhika. Adutha Devi Sarvarthasadhika. All desires get accomplished. Adila aduthadu vandu Sarvasampattipurani. All kind of wealth. Wealth na verna material wealth mattum kadiyadu. Even spiritual wealth is given to you. Sampath ellam kadikkum. 16 petru pervalvu vaal. 16 things are considered to be the most auspicious things a person should acquire. All the 16 things. Sarvasampattipurani. Sarvamantramayi. So now the mantras you are used to conquer the mind. All the mantras you get hold of to purify yourself and to know the Brahman. Sarvadvandvakshayankari, dispelling all dualities. All kinds of dualities. Dvandva means duality. Dvandvakshayankari means dispelling all the dualities. Sarvadvandvakshayankari, all kinds of dualities it gets dispelled. This is the 14 Devis and the 14 Manobhavam psychological effect for a person who is searching the Brahman, who is started his search of the Brahman, the mind, that what happens within him, that is what it is. Chakreswari is called Tripuravasini. Vasi means axe. Axe, to cut the trees you use that axe. No? It is a tool. Vasi means axe. So, Sarva Tripuravasini. So, all the triads are getting destroyed. Like how the axe is used to cut the trees and destroy it. Here, Tripuravasini Devi destroys all the distinctions between the triads. So now the triads yoga, Namapatam, union of all the triads. There's no Bhedam, Abhedam. Puratraya Yogadi, Klesha Bhedena, Siddha Tripuravasini. Puratraya Bhedadi. The Mana Matrume, the triad is disappearing now. She is the one who she is the one who destroys that disappearance. Tripuravasini is the Devi who destroys the disappearance. So now you realize that everything in this world is the Brahman. Even I am the Brahman. Slowly, this is the book knowledge. It's not realization. You start with the book knowledge. So this is book knowledge. So Ishvara Bhavana is predominant in this Avarana. That's why the Siddhi here is Isitva Siddhi. And Mudra Shakti is also Sarvavasankari Mudra Shakti. Sarvavasankari Mudra Shakti, because Ishvara Bhavana is predominant in the Avarana. Bhavana Upanishad, this 5 minutes I will take to explain this Bhavana Upanishad. Alambusa Kuhur Vishwodhara Varana Hastijihva Yashovathi Payasvini Gandhari Pusha Shankini Saraswati Ida Pingala Shumna Chethi Chadurdasha Nadayah Sarvasaubhagyadayaka Chadurdasha Shaktayah. Now the purification, Bhavana Upanishad is purification of your body. These 14 yoginis present here represent 14 nadis in your body. Actually, there are 10, Yoga Chudamani talks about only 10 nadis. But here they have mentioned 4 nadis, probably must have taken from Tantra. Alambusha, the first one, Kuhu, Vishwodhara, this Varana, Hasti Jihva, Yashovathi, Payasvini, Gandhari, Pusha, Shankini, Saraswati, Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. These are all 14 nadis. Vishwodhara, Varana, Yashovati and Payasvini are not mentioned in Yoga Chudamani. It is mentioned in the Bhavana Upanishad, 14 triangles and the purification of 14 nadis here. So, mind gets purified, physical aspects got purified before that. Sukshma Deham and Stula Deham, everything got purified. Mind got purified in the 3rd Avarana, 4th Avarana. Nadis get purified. 5th Avarana, now Prana we will go next week. So the 4th Avarana, 14 nadis, this 10 nadis, you know about Ida, Pingala and Sushumna, I don't need to give any, they are 3 divine nadis, so I don't need to give any more explanation on that, many of you know about that. The other 7 nadis are excretion, procreation, digestion, locomotion, hearing, vision, taste. These 7 nadis, they are connected with these functions. So when we say that they are connected with these functions, they are connected with respective organs of this, which carry out these functions. They are connected with the respective organs, which are connected with excretion, procreation, digestion, locomotion, hearing, vision and taste. Okay, and the 3 divine nadis. These are all like, when we say these nadis are getting purified, those organs are also getting purified in this. Correct? They say like, in 24 hours, we breathe 21,600 times. That is logic, science, everybody knows. It goes up and down, sometimes we get angry, sometimes we get sad, sometimes, so the breathing goes more, the breathing comes down, BP goes more and comes down, all these things happen. So, but of the energy produced by our breathing, mainly the 3 chakras get benefited. Swadhisthana chakra, which is main for excretion and procreation, and Muladhara and the Anahata. Muladhara is mainly for digestion. Most of the energy goes to Muladhara, they say, because that is only sustains, nourishes this body. So for that sake, Muladhara, the energy that goes to Muladhara. See, when we say these nadis, the chakras are also getting purified. Because this chakra, Muladhara chakra, means you know where it is placed. You know the organs connected again with each of the chakras. So those things get purified because of this. Nadis are getting purified. So this is when these nadis get purified. We say that Akasha is pure. We imbibe that purity in us. We are able to derive that cosmic energy into us. When the nadis are pure only, they can receive the cosmic energy and purify yourself. That is the important aspect of it. Purification only happens. There's now 14 nadis and the organs connected with that are purified. The chakras that are connected with that are purified. And in the next stage, the 10 dasharam, we are going to see the pranas getting purified in the next stage. It's only purification. Absolutely, there is no impurity when you reach the bindu. Bindu, when you reach the bindu, absolutely there is no impurity in you physically or mentally. You are absolutely pure when you go there. That is the reason each and every stage we get things getting cleansed or purified as you progress. Okay? Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you.